Race 23 is the Florence Nightingale Chase. Grade 3 over 4 miles 3 furlongs. Closing argument: Paul Parsons, Mayhem and Ice, Darren Thompson, Mezzotint, Derek Hinton, National Blitz, Joshua Sutherland, National King, Joshua Sutherland, Rialto Decoy, Patrick Hogan, Tullamarine, John Morgan, Katie Holmes, Matt Cooper, and Regency Star, Paul Parsons. So we should see some national contenders here. Away we go. And it is Tullamarine for John Morgan on the far side, who just takes them away from Regency Star. Then comes National King, Mayhem on Ice, National Blitz and Closing Argument. And behind that it's Rialto Decoy, Mezzotint and Katie Holmes as they jump the first. Bit of a slow jump there from Regency Star allows Tullamarine to pull away to about a 3-length lead. There's a line of about 4 horses: National King, Closing Argument, Rialto Decoy and Mezzotint in second as they come to the ditch, which is their second flight, and Tullamarine over it safely. National King is in second, Rialto Decoy third, then comes Closing Argument, Mezzotint and Regency Star. Behind that is National Blitz, Katie Holmes, and the rear of the field is Darren Thompson's Mayhem on Ice. As we race down towards the third, John Morgan's Tullamarine out in front, a couple of lengths at least to National King for Joshua Sutherland second. Remember, National King was favourite for the National last year, but was just carrying too much weight. As we come to the third, and over it nicely was Tullamarine, Rialto Decoy in second, National King third. Then comes the 2 Paul Parsons horses, Closing Argument and Regency Star. Behind that is Mezzotint for Derek Hinton, National Blitz, Katie Holmes, and Mayhem on Ice still at the rear of the field. As they head down somewhat sedately to the next, the fourth, and Tullamarine takes them past the winning post. We've still got a couple of circuits left to run. National King is second with Closing Argument and Rialto Decoy. Then comes Regency Star, National Blitz, Mezzotint, Katie Holmes and Mayhem on Ice as we take the fourth, the leader over it safely, and the pack follow behind without any trouble at all, and Tullamarine with about 4 lengths to Rialto Decoy in second, National King third, Closing Argument, National Blitz and Regency Star. Then comes Mezzotint, Katie Holmes and Mayhem on Ice. But it's a closely packed group there. Tullamarine over the fifth safely. Closing Argument moves up into second just on the outside of Rialto Decoy, and behind that is the 2 Josh Sutherland horses, the 2 Nationals, King and Blitz. Then we've got Regency Star over on the rails with Katie Holmes. Mayhem and Ice has just moved up now as we jump the 6th, and Tullamarine still out in front, doing it easily at the moment. Nobody wants to go with him. Rialto Decoy is in second, leading the pack. Closing Argument third as they come to the ditch. Tullamarine over it safely, and they all get over it behind him okay. Closing Argument is now second, Rialto Decoy third. 2 Joshua Sutherland horses, National Blitz and National King behind that. Then comes Mayhem on Ice, who's moved up from the rear. Regency Star, Mezzotint and Katie Holmes now for Matt Cooper, who's at the rear of the field. But it's Tullamarine heading down towards the 8th. Still has about a 5-6 length lead from Rialto Decoy in second and Closing Argument third as the leader takes that one. Good jump from Rialto Decoy in second, just moves it up to about 5 lengths now off the pace. Closing Argument is third, National Blitz and National King come next, then comes Regency Star, Mayhem on Ice, Mezzotint and Katie Holmes. Tullamarine, Rialto Decoy in second, Closing Argument third as they come to the 9th, and Tullamarine over it safely. They all get over it okay. Rialto Decoy is still second, Closing Argument third, ahead of the 2 National horses, Blitz and King. Then comes Regency Star and Mayhem on Ice as they come to the 10th. And Tullamarine got a little bit close to it, but gets over it okay. Rialto Decoy is in second. Closing Argument third was National King 4, National Blitz 5, Mayhem on Ice 6. Regency Star is in 7th, then comes Katie Holmes 8th, and Mezzotint now rear of the field, just on the outside there of Katie Holmes. Those 2, a couple of lengths now off the rest of the field, but it's Tullamarine still out in front. Rialto Decoy in second, Closing Argument in third as they run down towards the next. Tullamarine, it's the 11th, takes it nicely from Rialto Decoy and Closing Argument. Then comes National King and National Blitz, Regency Star, Mayhem on Ice, Katie Holmes and Mezzotint. Not much change in the order there, but Tullamarine has about 5 lengths to Rialto Decoy in second. As they come to the ditch, get over that one, okay. And Tullamarine, 4 lengths to Rialto Decoy, a couple of lengths then back to closing argument. Now on the inside of closing argument is National King, behind National King is National Blitz. Now on the inside of that comes Regency Star and Mayhem on Ice, and there's a couple of lengths back to Katie Holmes and Mezzotent at the rear. But Tullamarine still out in front from Rialto Decoy for Padraig Hogan in second. Then comes closing argument in third, National King on the inside of that on the rail in 4. Then comes National Blitz and Regency Star as they come to the 13th. They get over the 13th, a bit of a mistake there from closing argument, got a little bit close to it, drops back into the pack, but Tullamarine has 3 lengths to Rialto Decoy, is just slowly chipping away at that lead. There's a gap then of 4 back to National King, Regency Star, National Blitz and closing argument. Then comes Mayhem on Ice, Katie Holmes, and a gap of about 4 lengths back to Mezzotint at the rear of the field as they pass the finishing post. Next time we'll be saluting the judge, and it's Tullamarine, who has 2 lengths to Rialto Decoy in second, National King third, Regency Star 4. Then comes National Blitz and closing argument as they take the 14th. The leader over it safely, they're all over it safely. Tullamarine still out in front from Rialto Decoy second, Regency Star's now third. Then comes National King and National Blitz. Behind that closing argument and Mayhem on Ice, Katie Holmes and a gap back then to Mezzotint still at the rear. But they're still within shot at the moment as they come to the 15th. Tullamarine over it from Rialto Decoy. They all jump that one okay. Tullamarine still out in front by about 4 lengths. Rialto Decoy in second, another 4 lengths back to National King. Then comes National Blitz, Regency Star and closing argument, all closely grouped. A little bit of a gap then to Mayhem on Ice and Katie Holmes as they come to the 16th, and they're all over that one safely as well. Tullamarine still leading the way. Rialto Decoy in second, where he's been for most of the way. National King third, National Blitz 4, then Regency Star and closing argument. As they come down to the ditch, the 17th, and they get over that one, they're all over it okay. Tullamarine still has the lead. Rialto Decoy still in second, then comes National King and National Blitz, then the 2 Paul Parsons horses, Regency Star and closing argument. Behind that is Mayhem on Ice and Katie Holmes, and then a gap of about 6 lengths back to Mezzotint at the rear. But Tullamarine, as it comes down towards the 18th, Rialto Decoy still getting closer, about 2 lengths now back in second. Gap then back to National King in third as they come down to the 18th. The leader gets over it safely. Rialto Decoy just sort of touched the top of it, lost a little bit of ground, but Tullamarine still going well. About 3 lengths to Rialto Decoy, another 4 or 5 lengths back to National King and Regency Star. Then comes National Blitz and closing argument. Mayhem and Ice getting a little bit closer. Katie Holmes still hanging on at the rear of the field as they come to the 19th. A good jump by our leader, Tullamarine. Oh, we've lost one there. National King. National King for Joshua Sutherland has gone at that one, and it's Tullamarine now who kicks on a little bit. There's less than 7 furlongs left to run as he jumps to 20th, and he's over it okay from Rialto Decoy in second. Regency Star's now third, National Blitz 4, closing argument 5. Then comes Mayhem on Ice, Katie Holmes and Mezzotint, who's now out of the picture at the rear of the field, but it's Tullamarine who has the lead by 2 lengths. Rialto Decoy in second, National Blitz third, then Regency Star and closing argument. A big gap then back to Mayhem on Ice and Katie Holmes, but it's Tullamarine with 3 to jump. Has the lead from Rialto Decoy, who gets joined now by National Blitz as they come to the 21st. Tullamarine over it nicely. National Blitz now in second. Rialto Decoy third. Then comes closing argument and Regency Star. But it's Tullamarine with 2 to jump and 4 furlongs left to run. Tullamarine from National Blitz. These two looking to have it sewn up at the moment as they come to the ditch. And over it nicely was Tullamarine from National Blitz. Then comes Regency Star and closing argument. Rialto Decoy on the rail is running on, but Tullamarine still has the lead and he's stretching it again now. Tullamarine 5 lengths to National Blitz. Then comes closing argument, Rialto Decoy and Regency Star. Mayhem and Ice trying to stick with them, but it's Tullamarine who has it by 5 lengths to National Blitz. A further 5 back to Rialto Decoy and closing argument, but it's Tullamarine with 1 to jump here in this one. Tullamarine 2 furlongs left to run. 5 lengths to the good from National Blitz, another 6-7 lengths back to the rest, but Tullamarine gets over the last safely. National Blitz made a bit of a mistake, but Tullamarine going to win this one easy. It's going to be another John Morgan winner. There's a furlong left to run, but he's not going to get caught. We only have 2 in the picture now. Tullamarine it is. He's going to win it by 6-7 lengths to National Blitz. Tullamarine, that was easy. Jockey looked around. Tullamarine's going to do it quite comfortably from National Blitz in seconds. Good 10 lengths. Then back to third, which is Regency Star, who ran on from closing argument and Rialto Decoy. But I think we've seen there who the national favourites are going to be. It's going to be John and Josh. No surprises really. That was an easy win for Tullamarine. 7 3/4 lengths to National Blitz in second for Joshua Sutherland. Regency Star further 9 lengths back in third for Paul Parsons. Then came Rialto Decoy for Padraig Hogan, and closing argument for Paul Parsons in fifth.